Welcome to Peaks Ice Arena here in beautiful Provo, Utah. It's a cold and a little bit snowy night as your BYU Cougars are prepared to take on Loyola Marymount University, who came all the way in from Los Angeles, played last night against Utah Valley University here as part of the Beehive Invitational, and BYU fighting hard last night through two periods for doing a 1-0 game against the #1 team in the Mountain Conference, and then were unable to maintain, ended up losing 7-1.
Starting lineup for the visiting Loyola Marymount Lions.
Here with me tonight is Caleb Lemming. There we go. All right. Caleb and I have altered or have fractured your ears in the past, so be prepared for all of that. Starting lineups, are being announced right now as we get ready for the BYU starters to be announced. BYU played very well last night through two periods. That are one of the challenges that they've had this season is just being a little bit shorthanded. Again, last night with Ian Thunhorst out with a death in the family, our thoughts go out to him and his family. We know that they're big supporters of the Cougar hockey program. But Chris Udall starting out at the wing position. Hayden Nelson coming out as well, along with Wes Prime. Wes, who was not named Optimus, in spite of, my sincerest desire for that to have happened. Wes has got a big day tomorrow. I think he's going to miss the game as he is getting married earlier in the morning. So congratulations to him. And defensemen starting out tonight will be Sam Rutter and then Chris Heck. We'll have Jeremy Manzella between the pipes again tonight.
Can we have the captains from each team meet at center ice? Fans, tonight is our Diabetes Awareness Night.
Ceremonial face-off.
Planned and organized by our own Caden Nielsen.
Caden Nelson taking the
Diabetes Club are running booths upstairs.
Face-off.
Tonight, dropping the ceremonial puck is current Utah State defensive end Dalton Baker.
Dalton Baker, defensive end from Utah State.
Diagnosed with type 1 diabetes in 2010, Dalton made a commitment that he would not let it hinder him from playing Division I football. Their goal is to show the world that you can move forward with the cards that life has dealt. Dalton, drop that puck. Give another round of applause for Dalton Baker!
So some keys going into the game tonight for BYU is number one, to limit the shots that they give up in the defensive zone, and then also to get some more shots, as they've struggled to get shots on the offensive side as we prepare here for the national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and
So Loyola Marymount brings a 9-4-1 record here into the Peaks Ice Arena, having scored 80 goals
Cougar fans,
in
who's ready
their
for some hockey on this Friday night?
14 games so far this season, giving up only 58, including last night with a 9-4 victory here in Provo over the Utah Valley University Wolverines. And BYU look to start quickly and hopefully get some shots and some goals out, and give Jeremy Manzella the opportunity to
make some noise for your Cougars!
to play defense a little bit instead of trying to just hold the line and keep this BYU team from falling behind. Last night, very admirable effort as he held the number one team to one goal through 2 periods, and then just got away as very quickly they got it to the net as the faceoff was won by Loyola and taken in deep, pushed away from the net mouth by the defense. And that shot does get on goal and is brought down by Jeremy Manzella. Loyola cycled the puck very well, got it low, then high across, and then a quick wrist shot from the point. And
please keep your head up and stay alert at all
Jeremy
times.
Manzella equal to the task as BYU will stay with this line, face off in a defensive zone, and the puck is chipped out, down, and Loyola quickly up the boards and out through the neutral zone. Chris Heck will pick it up and take it behind the net. Looks to get it back out. It was chipped ahead there by Hayden Nelson, but unable to get it out of the zone, where Alex Barris does pick it up and take it out. He's got skaters with him, and he throws it in front, gets a shot on the net, but deflected away. Big booming shot there from Ethan Martinez, who shot was blocked. Stroud trying to find Chase Christensen cutting through the middle, and that is deflected away. Ethan will chase it down behind the red line and send it around the boards and back down the red line. A little tic-tac-toe there. Christensen trying to find someone open through the neutral zone, and there Alex Stroud is able to pick that up and then skates into number 44, unable to get it deeper, where Martinez does and puts another one on net that's sticked aside, and Loyola will get it out of their zone into the defensive end, where Jake Eisenstadt sends it around the boards. Picked up there by number 7 for the Cougars, Tucker Cox. And Cougars fortunate there as a pass came from behind the red line out in front and just unable to get it onto the stick of the Loyola offensive player, as Cox will pick it up, tries to center it up to Adams. Shipped out, picked up by Rutter, who get a shot on, deflected. Took a good hop for the Cougars, but ends up getting brushed aside there by the Loyola goalie. Loyola having a little trouble getting the puck out of the net, or I'm sorry, out of the offensive zone. Gloved down there by Heck and sent back around the boards, picked up by the defense, and lofted out ahead to number 4 for Loyola, who's able to toe drag around and gets a good shot, blockered aside by Manzella, but still finds the pipe and then up into the screen. The offensive or defensive face-off there for the Cougars, won by Barris. Back to the point, and shot taken there by number 8. Alex Stroud will corral the puck and skate through the defense, picked up there again by number 8. He tried to get rid of it, forces it to Barris, who gets a shot on the net, and the puck's going to clear out of the offensive zone, back out to Sam Rutter. Sam will carry and drive it in deep, allow the Cougars to take a line change. Sent back in deep by Heck. Hayden Nelson in with the forecheck there with Adams, 25. Puck comes out front. And Cougars unable to keep control of it right now. A little sloppy on both ends. A lot of end-to-end action, a lot of speed on display as BYU and Loyola are carrying the puck both directions, but not able to hold the zone for any extended period of time as Loyola again drives it deep into the Cougar zone, below the red line, trying to center it out, but nobody was there. Martinez clears that out to Adams. Adams ahead to Hayden Nelson. Hayden on net, sticked aside by the goalie. Brought down, and Loyola will gain the zone into the skates of Osborne, who chases it down to the red line and holds it there against the boards. Loyola looking for some help to get that puck out. Up to the sideboards for Chris Udall, who has the skate deflect that back to him and then driven back down in where Jeremy Manziel will settle it down, allow the Cougars to change in behind and try to get the puck out of the zone. They do. Into the offensive zone, and a two-man forecheck there. Loyola throws it, chipped through the neutral zone there by number 4. And then Heck harassed there down below the blue line, but it does get the puck out of the zone. Alex Barris able to hold the zone. Aggressive forecheck there. Just down with 2 Loyola players. They're trying to clear the puck out of the zone. It gets up to Heck at the point. Heck back down low into the sideboards for Barris. Barris trying to hold off 2 defenders as he gets the puck to Stroud. Stroud gets it across to Rudder, who gets a shot. It's deflected up into the netting. 14:42 left here in the first period. BYU up in shots, 4-2. We'll change lines out around. Stroud up high to Eisenstadt with the wrist shot that comes off the leg pad of the Loyola goalie. Flipped out of the zone, played back across the red line by Eisenstadt. Into the offensive zone by Loyola. Corralled low by Christensen. He's able to get the puck up to the blue line where they get a shot away. It's deflected, and Manzella chips that back over the back of the net. Settles down, comes around to Christensen. Christensen to Barris. Barris will throw it in deep, and it'll end up in the deflected up into the screen. It's a very quick game so far, not a lot of stoppage. We got 5 minutes and 56 seconds elapsed off of the clock so far. And BYU being fairly aggressive in the offensive area and at least getting the puck in the net area as the face-off is tied up. Puck comes out as Loyola comes through the neutral zone. Eisenstadt's able to slow that down. Collect the puck across to Fernandez. Fernandez across to Nelson, just a half a stride ahead of him. And then able to come back in and kick that puck into the zone, but is immediately kicked back out by Loyola. Barber with a check on number 4 there against the wall, and that clears the puck up for Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt able to pick it up, carries it in the offensive zone, and leaves it a little too tight for Adams into his skates and comes over the top of it. BYU have to come back and regroup as they come back into the defensive zone. Up to the red line. Udall will throw it in on net. Settled down there by the goalie. Up around the boards. Left for 18, who will chip it up out of the zone and into the Loyola Marymount bench. Half a second there to catch my breath as lines change. They'll reset for an offensive face-off. In net there for Loyola is Jason Footlick, number 33. Try to keep everyone abreast of who's on the ice as I get to learn some of these names and numbers as that puck is chipped back into the Loyola net. Out there for your Cougars right now at center is Alex Barris. Chase Christensen, 29, will be on your left wing, and Alex Stroud on the right. Sam Rudder will be your right defenseman, and Chris Heck with a shot there. It's deflected down, number 15 at the left defense, as he ties up a man in the middle of the ice and allows that puck to get down deep. Rudder will collect, plays it around the boards, or Christensen will pick it up below the face-off circle. Leaves it for Heck. Heck up at the boards to Barris. Barris to Stroud. Stroud past one Loyola defender into a second. Pressed the puck ahead there for Chase Christensen, who left it for Alex Barris, and his shot's deflected up into the netting again. BYU will change out. New line combination here will be Barber at center, Hayden Nelson, number 14 at right wing, and Adams, number 25, will be on the right wing as the puck is loose in the face-off circle. A couple of attempts to settle that down. Number 25 is Jake Adams. Loyola comes in a little bit of steam and tried to collect a back pass and get it back into the middle of the zone, and BYU able to intercept that and send it around the boards. Christensen closes out on the point, and the puck is forced low. Rudder gets a weird deflection off the defenseman's skate and goes off the cage. Heck will collect. BYU head up ice. Puck thrown out in front of Nixon Barber, number 23. There on the forecheck. West Prime will hold the zone. Collected there and kept sent in deeper there. Cross ice through the neutral zone to 89 as he loses the puck on trying to avoid a check there from Ethan Martinez. Ethan cross ice to Chris Udall, who gets it out of the offensive zone into the neutral zone, carried back in onside. The little bit of a pressure there from Loyola. Jeremy without his stick, picked up there by Osborne. Number 19 looking for room to shoot, gets some, but sends it wide of the cage. Back in low below the red line. Osborne will chase him into the corner and hold him there against the boards. Puck comes loose. Puck comes up to the point. Wrist shot there and deflected high up into the netting there by Manzella. Certainly, at least from the Cougar side, a little more chaotic game than they played last night. Last night they were able to spend a lot of time. The Mary's team that they played last night really controlled the zone and the puck and sent BYU kind of chasing themselves a lot. Not nearly as much end-to-end through the neutral zone activity as there has been tonight, as Stroud gets a shot that's blocked into the shins of Loyola player and kicked out the length of the ice. Carried in onside by Loyola. And 10:28 here left in the first. 0-0 game. Shots are 7-6. BYU ahead in that tally. And offside play will come back into the neutral zone where Alex Barris will take the face off against number 5 for Loyola, Juice Almonds. I hope I'm saying that close to right. Puck, the face-off won by Loyola, but BYU is able to come away with the puck. And Chase Christian with a big slap shot there. And then Almonds almost deflected that into his own net on the return from Heck. Heck again floats one up to the netminder, Mr. Footlick, who lets that hit him in the chest and holds on, freezes the puck. BYU will change again. Very near a goal there, as I believe it was Alex Stroud who thrown it towards the net, trying to keep the puck in deep, and ended up on the as that Shot from Hayden Christensen, gloved down by Footlick. But Almonds, as the center, is trying to play in a defensive formation and got his stick out and tipped that puck, right back in onto the cage. And BYU able to hold the zone. Cycle the puck down low. Back and forth behind the net as puck's loose there right on the blue line, but able to get out of the zone for Loyola. Hayden Christensen drops it back in the middle for Barber. Barber through the red line. Onside, gets it, trying to find Jake Adams across the high slot, but it's tipped away. Loyola looking to get the puck out, does get it into the Cougar zone and been pulled out again by BYU as they're trying to make a change in. And finally the puck is settled down by Heck, who stands up, a Loyola player who thought he was going to get the better of that opportunity, and will rethink that next time that chance comes up. And Crisito will throw a shot on net. Settled down there by 33, Jason Footlick will make his 10th save on the night. 8:55 here to play. Face-off one back to Jacob Eisenstadt. Jacob looking for a little bit of space, leaves it back for Ethan Martinez. A good wrist shot into the pads of Footlick. Up the boards and able to hold the zone. Puck is chipped high, settled down off the glove of a Loyola player as West Prime was in there trying to knock it loose, and BYU able to clear the puck up, and then over into the Loyola side, and it's thrown deep. Weissing is waved off as Loyola gets to it first, and the puck comes up high, and Fanning on the shot there is number 26, Prime able to kick that out. And BYU will change in behind as Ethan Martinez goes down below the red line and will carry it out, chips it in deep. Footlick will come out to play the puck and plays it right onto the stick of Alex Barris. Alex to Martinez, trying to find the middle. A number of Cougars have an opportunity there to put the puck in the net and just can't find the handle on it. Gets back out to Eisenstadt, who throws it a little wide. Christensen back to Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt dances through a couple of Loyola players, tries to dump it in front, nobody home. And Loyola will try to chip it out of the zone. They do. Martinez is trying to hold it. Zone gained by 19. Will get a shot into Manzello. It was the first shot he's seen really in a few minutes, and he's able to glove that down. 7th shot on net for Loyola versus 12 for the Cougars. The Cougars have had some pretty quality scoring opportunities down in close, and as the game progresses, we'll start to hopefully settle some of those down and be able to get a few more of those as Nixon Barber ties up the Loyola center and able to win that face-off. Back to Heck. Heck up to the line and back in deep. Gets it across to Rudder, who turns it over. Loyola sends it back around where Heck will get it. Tries to send it up the boards and does, as Adams will chip it out of the zone. Hayden Christensen gets the puck there, forces kind of a shot across the goal mouth into Nixon Barber, who's unable to get the shot settled down, and Heck is going to have to just dump it on as BYU trying to evacuate the zone to get back on side. And Heck will get a penalty as he came in a little high and called it a roughing. So probably the better of the penalty choices that were available there for the referee. BYU will go on the penalty kill for the first time tonight with a 2-minute roughing to Chris Heck out there for your first penalty kill unit. We got Alex Barris, Alex Stroud, Ethan Fernandez, and Jacob Eisenstadt.
2 minutes for boarding. This is a Texas Kids Dental Care penalty kill.
Stroud and Martinez trying to force the puck loose to get it down below the line. Cuts back towards the net. Back up in the face-off circle. Back up high, trying to work a way across, and then turned over there at the blue line to Stroud. Stroud will just toss it deep into the Cougars' offensive zone, allow them to change up with Chase Christensen, Nixon Barber, Sam Rudder, and Ethan Fernandez still out. And Rudder able to flip that out of the zone in deep. And Loyola is going to have to retreat in order to go back and get this. BYU really forcing Loyola to take up a lot of this time trying to just get the puck into the zone. They do, and then they throw it right back out. 55 seconds left on the penalty as BYU will change in again with Osborne coming on for Barber. And that puck deflected away by Martinez. Sam Rudder with it down below as we clear 30 seconds into the offensive, or into the penalty kill. As the goalie will come out and play that puck up. Number 19 for Loyola. Trying to go 1-on-4 there and loses a blade and ends up down. BYU clears that puck out with 15 seconds left here in the penalty. And that puck, deflected by a Cougar and then falls harmless, but very close to the Cougar net. And BYU will kill off this penalty here as Heck will come back out. BYU, the puck's up along the right side boards. Rudder, they're forcing the Loyola player back and forth. They get it high and then dump back down low and trying to throw it out in front of the net. Osborne picks it up, throws it off the boards, and Adams able to clear it out. Loyola will throw it back in. Manziel will play it back below the red line to Jacob Eisenstadt. Gets one defender to chase. Gets it ahead to Smith. Smith will dump it in low where Stroud will chase. Footlick will send it around the boards. They try to find some open ice, and they throw it back towards the center and finally do get it cleared out to 19. Good stick there from Heck as he slows the progress of number 19 for Loyola. That's Chris Manzer. And then BYU is able to force a turnover down below the red line. Comes back to Manzer up at the blue line where he'll throw it up and off the boards. Deflected out of the rink. 3:39 to play. And BYU still leading in shots, 12-8. Had some quality opportunities, and they've been pretty solid defensively, not giving up a lot of really difficult scoring opportunities for Loyola. As that puck is taken back to Heck. Heck will get it to Martinez. Martinez throws it up where it's intercepted by Loyola. Loyola tries to clear the zone and does, but brought back in onside by Barber, who gets it ahead to Hayden Nielsen. And Hayden Nielsen couldn't settle the puck down. Picked up by Martinez and dumped back in onside. Nielsen in and Martinez. Nielsen will throw it, or it's deflected away by Footlick with the stick. Loyola with the puck behind the net. BYU able to change in behind the play. Carried in and thrown in deep and around the boards, played by Manziel. Manziel will get it to Ethan Martinez, will get it up the boards around to Chris Udall, who gets it high across the neutral zone. Loyola throws it into Ethan Martinez, who sends it deep into the Loyola zone, and the Footlick will send it back out. BYU will collect and throw back in. Puck gets low. West Prime able to pry it free. Gets it up high to Rudder. Rudder carries it low, sends it, tries to send it around the boards, and that one will go around the boards on a defensive icing call. 2 minutes and 11 seconds. A lot of
Fans, if you have the munchies,
sloppy, slappy kind of hockey here for the last few minutes, where they've just
Head over to grab yours right now.
Flinging the puck from one neutral zone area across to another, and then gain a zone, throw it out. And so, a couple of teams that are probably a little bit tired. It'll take a little bit for them to just kind of get their legs moving again after a rough game for BYU and then a late game last night for Loyola as they bring it in on side, throw it, and puck goes wide of the net. Christensen tips it ahead to Alex Barris. Alex drives in on the net, gets it back out front for Chase Christensen, who just can't get enough on the shot. Cleared out of the zone and settled there by Sam Rutter. Sam across to Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt will carry it back and bring it up where he'll get it to the center line to Alex Stroud. Alex loses the puck in deep. And here along the left side boards, they'll clear it back up to Eisenstadt in the center of the ice, who turns it over to number 48 for Loyola, who get a shot that's deflected and doesn't make it near the net. And then that puck is thrown in deep. Loyola's got to retreat to stay on side as we near a minute left. Eisenstadt to Nielsen. Nielsen trying to find Jake Adams, cutting through into the zone and unable to. And puck thrown in deep off the skate of Eisenstadt, who leaves it behind. Picked up by Loyola. Down along the red line into the corner. Try to get it back in front of the net. Osborne will collect it there as we go under a minute to play here in the first. Osborne up to Adams. Adams to Hayden Nelson, who loses it. Back around to Osborne. Osborne to Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt will hold, gets it across to Heck. 40 seconds left to play. Heck tries to get it. A cutting Cougar, I believe was Osborne, but was intercepted and sent back in by Loyola. Heck to Eisenstadt, Eisenstadt to Heck, Heck to Osborne. Osborne, puck comes in, chased there by Chris Udall as the Cougars will change in, and it's 16 seconds left to play here in the first. Ethan Martinez will gather it off the boards ahead to West Prime. West brings it in, leaves it there for Chris Udall, and then the puck is deflected up into the net with 2.7 seconds to play off the Chris Udall shot. So BYU will have one more offensive face-off here as the first period will come to an end. Alex Barris will take this to his backhand side. Looking to try to get that to Ethan Martinez for a slap shot, but comes out directly and ends up going the length of the ice. So after one period, 0-0. Interesting game here for the Cougars, coming off of a tough game last night. A little bit of a slow start, a little bit of a sloppy start, but if you come out of this one having outshot your opponent, which is a rarity. I did some research, and only 5 times, only 3 times this season BYU has outshot their opponent. And so to come off the first period with a 4-shot advantage gives you a positive sign that they're looking to get into scoring areas and looking to put the puck in the net. So when we come back with the second period, BYU will look to strike first, get the first goal of the night, and hopefully put away Loyola as they take them on here in the Beehive Classic for Provo. It's BYU hockey. Welcome back to second period action here from Kings Ice Arena in Provo, Utah. Joining me, so someone stopped by during the intermission and said that I look crazy just talking to myself all the time. So Brent Ring has picked up the microphone and will join us here for...
It's good to be back and chatting with everybody out there in Cougar hockey world.
So BYU with a really strong first period, outshot Loyola 12-8. Only one penalty there in the first period was a boarding call against Chris Heck, number 15. And other than that, I mean, it was a relatively uneventful period. Just one of those periods. There's a lot of kind of feeling each other out, not teams that play each other a tremendous amount, and so they, just a little bit of, I won't even say a little bit, a lot of sloppy hockey there in the first period, and, hopefully everyone's kind of got the cobwebs out of their legs and ready to play here in the second period as BYU will defend the west end. Alex Barris wins the face-off back to Jacob Eisenstadt. Jacob will take it.
Cougars been riding that Manzella goaltending horse.
And 12 seconds in, Loyola able to intercept a clearance pass from Jacob Eisenstadt, and right out there in the high slot. And just a question of how long it was going to take to get a shot off, and a really good wrist shot there from the Loyola player. Finds the far post and in.
Looked like it was number, is it 89 or 59? We'll get the call here in a minute.
So BYU quickly down into a 1-0 hole here as Loyola.
LMU goal scored by number
89 for Loyola is credited with the goal. That's Ryan Harrell. His 19th point on the season, unassisted goal there. BYU will carry it out of the zone, try to carry it out of the zone, deflected back in by Loyola. Eisenstadt will carry it up. Gets a shot deflected high. Adams tries to clean it up in the corner and loses his edge. Thrown back in deep by the Cougars and then chipped out. Knocked down there by Nixon Barber, who will shield the puck and chips it back out of the BYU zone. Picked up there by West Prime, gives it to Evans. Evans sends it in deep where Prime will chase. Chris Udall there with the forward check off the boards behind the net, back up high. Out of the zone, Osborne will collect and send across to Martinez. Martinez will send it back, trying to find Prime, and sent deep in by Loyola. Martinez will send it up to Evans. Evans into a Loyola player. It's chipped down and held into the offensive zone by Loyola. Puck gets stuck into a group of players and then sent towards the net where it's settled down by Osborne. Osborne up to Evans. Evans kicks it out of the zone there. Retreat back and send across ice over. Back in onside for Loyola. Prime and Osborne there trying to clean up, keep that puck from getting settled. Evans will chip it up, deflected. Osborne gloves it down and sends it ahead, or Prime will chip it into the zone and chase. Ice looks very slippery here in the second period. I mean, that sounds like a exaggeration, but a lot of players from both sides just having trouble keeping their feet under them right now. Eisenstadt up to Rutter. Rutter into the zone. Barris, Stroud, and Christensen will look to try to find an equalizer here for the Cougars. Barris come across the slot and tried to send it across to Rutter, but didn't get anything on it and carried out. The shot was knocked down by Jeremy Manzella and then left loose, and Eisenstadt cleared it out, sent it down. Stroud, Barris, and Christensen trying to make a play down in the offensive side. Not done. Christensen and Eisenstadt will tag team to knock the puck loose. Christensen will control it. Sends it across to Alex Stroud off the boards, gets a shot, and then goes down. Loses an edge, gloved shot there by Footlook. As Alex tried to stop and turn to follow the shot and just lost his edge, went hard into the boards. And like I said, a lot of people kind of ended up on the ice right now, which is
especially in that
normal.
corner. It looks like it's kind of a weird corner tonight. Referee's gone down. A couple other players have gone down.
Puck sent high around and out off the boards. Carried in by Loyola, trying to find space to get a shot, throws it off the leg pad of Manzella. Up high to the point. Adams able to get it out of the zone, chipped up high, and then gloved down by Loyola. Sends it in, and Manzella will kick that back into the left corner. Still held low down there by Loyola. Good job there by Rudder to lay his stick down flat and deflect that puck. Picks it up, carries it through, across the red line, and gets it in deep. As the Cougars are changing in behind, and that puck is shot up into the netting. And BYU will get a offensive zone face-off here to the left side of the goalkeeper. BYU came into the second period here with a 12-8 shot advantage, which has been reduced to a 12 to 13 shot disadvantage. 5 shots, including a goal, coming from Loyola. And BYU yet to register a shot on net here in the second period.
3-game weekends are always tough. Cougars are coming off a 3-game weekend in Colorado last weekend. Oh, good tip there by Prime.
Ooh, good deflection there by Prime, and then a good cleanup attempt down there low. Cleared out of the crease by a defenseman, sent back in low, gloved aside, blockered aside. Prime down there making himself a nuisance to the Loyola defense as they're trying to get it out of the zone. They throw it in and onto the stick of Jeremy Eisenstadt. Will throw it back in. Loyola will come in onside. Shot deflected by Eisenstadt off his skate and sent harmlessly into the corner. BYU will chase with Martinez. He'll send it behind the net over to Jacob Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt will carry it up, send it across to Martinez. Martinez across the red line in deep. It's played by Footlook behind the net, settled down, up off the boards, and again into the netting. There's something about the east end of that ice right now. They're not just people going down, but that's 3 times where they've tried to throw the puck out of the zone and ended up into the
netting,
into the netting, which is not a super normal thing to have happen, but face-off won by Barris, and then deflected down and out by Loyola. Loyola's able to touch up to cancel the icing and then send the puck out in front. And looks like we've got a
net comes off.
First net off the mooring for the evening.
A little bit of a bigger occurrence last night.
Yeah. And weirdly, it's at the west end. This east end one I have argued for years is the loosest net on the planet, but puck won back by Barris, collected and sent into the corner by Loyola. Stroud and Barris, man open left into the high slot. Tried to drop it back and end up clearing it out of the zone. BYU have a chance to set something up as Loyola has to touch up to get onside. Puck comes across the middle to Alex Barris. Alex across the red line into the offensive zone. Tries to leave it for Stroud. Stroud will chip it back in low. And sent around the boards and high where it'll be cleared out of the zone by Loyola and chased down there by Osborne.
Looks like BYU's made a slight lineup change. Osborne's playing defense tonight, and not a normal position for him.
Smith, Adams, and Hayden Nielsen. And BYU is going to draw a penalty here Looks like probably a hook. Yeah, a hook there from Osborne as he was trying to impede the march to the goal for the Loyola player, and got his stick up into the hands. And BYU will go on their second penalty kill for the night. Loyola 0 for 1 on the power play. Just one other penalty, a boarding call in the first period.
Defense, one of the toughest positions. You better escape forward and backwards almost as quickly.
Barris will take this face off and win it back to Martinez. Martinez will try to send it up the boards where it's held in across the blue line. Sent wide of the net and out of the zone. Barris there chasing him deeper into Loyola territories. They'll go behind the net. Chased there again by Barris. Gains the zone, tries to go through Ethan Martinez. Martinez able to slow him down. Puck's held down low, up high to the point. Back to the top of the face-off circle, looking to expand their box. Martinez tries to flip it out and is settled back down, taken away again by Martinez. He'll send it off the glass and out. BYU will be able to change in behind. Aggressive play there by Footlick as he comes out of the net, plays it up behind the BYU zone or line change, but Jacob Eisenstadt chases it down and sends it in deep and allows Ethan Martinez to get a change. Sam Rudder will come on. 49 seconds left to play here. Oh! And just a little lapse in concentration there from the defenseman for Loyola, and left a little bit of a lazy pass there that Chase Christensen was right on top of and hammered it home for the short-handed equalizer. 46 seconds left on the penalty kill, and BYU has evened up this game on their 17th shot of the night. You know, you can't underestimate the power of the forecheck, and especially in that penalty kill where, you know, Chase is just kind of hanging out, taking up space and time there in the defensive zone, making the defenders take a little more time, and then a loose puck just lands there at his feet, and he's able to tip it in.
So rarely do you'll see some of those forecheckers on that penalty kill. They'll step up, but not step up all the way, just to kind of put some pressure. I think you got a little bit of extra room to operate, and you don't.
Jacob Eisenstadt goes hard into the boards as he's checked off the puck. 12 seconds left to play here. Eisenstadt slow to get up, but now is moving.
At 7:34 of the second period.
Nixon Barber challenges the Loyola Marymount player as he's headed towards the net.
That tumble of Jake Eisenstadt was once again in that southeast corner.
BYU sends it in deep and chipped in by Osborne as he comes out of the box, carries it down deep into the zone there, and Alex Stroud comes in to clear out some of the extraneous personnel as we're back to even strength hockey. Stroud will leave it for Martinez. Martinez looking for a shot, gets one off. Sent into the corner, near the corner, but corralled by Alex Barris, who's looking for somebody. Finds Chase Christensen, who gets another great shot, but Footlick up to the task. And nearly deflected in. The shot from Martinez there that Barris gets his stick on. Barris keeps it in the zone, sends it down in deep. Christensen will chase it down into left-hand boards and send it back in low to Stroud. Stroud with Barris out in front of the net, sends it give and go there to Christensen, who sends it high. Rudder holds it. Christensen down low and heads up here in the stands as that one again comes off the boards and out of the arena nearly. And BYU will have an opportunity here with really their first real sustained zone pressure of the night.
I was wondering if it looked there for a minute like LMU might be shorthanded.
Yeah, BYU has been able to hold the zone there for the better part of a minute after scoring. The power play the penalty came off, and BYU has been able to hold steady down there in the offensive zone. And
Looks like Looks like we're getting the trainer for BYU giving the referee some attention on his hand. Must have got a nick or cut on his hand.
Lots of good pressure there from BYU as they cycled the puck really well. We're able to get, one of the things you worry about in a situation like that is you start rushing shots or taking shots just because you've spent so much time there. They're getting good shot opportunities, and Mr. Footlick has been able to stand tall there, but they're finding more and more opportunities in close, and those are going to come back to hurt you at some point. Barber wins the face-off, comes across to Rudder, set down in front where Nielsen is loose. Puck comes out high. Whistle's being blown, no arms in the air, but Hayden Nelson looked like he was getting the business from at least 3 Loyola players and just trying to find that loose puck down there. And Nixon Barber with a shot right off the face-off. I don't mean to brag, but that's kind of my shot right there. That's the only thing I feel confident doing at face-off is just sending it.
Leaf doesn't fall too far from the tree there, does it?
He hadn't played a lot of center since high school, and so he's really been working to get his face-off accuracy better, and he's had a good couple of nights from inside the circle as BYU unable to control that puck. Tried to make a line change there, it got sent off. Prior to the face-off, Loyola will collect the puck and take it in deep and sends it through the neutral zone and sent in deeper off the touch by Rudder. Rudder held up there. Jake Adams will take the puck behind the Cougar net, tied up there by an LMU player. Up the boards to West Prime. Will get it in across gets it in and just tries to pivot at the blue line and ends up beating the puck across the line. And that'll be an offsides. 9:43 to play here. BYU tied up with LMU.
We'll see the Udall line now.
Udall, Evans, and Prime. Puck lifted through the neutral zone. Couple of laps through the neutral zone and then sent down in deep by Evans. Played low there by Footlick, who tries to get it up the boards. Sent back in, and looks like Loyola is going to get a penalty here. Going to be a slash there on 19 for Loyola. Chris Manzer, and I didn't see it, but this is BYU.
Probably was an interference call, I would suspect, or a slash.
They called a slash, yeah. BYU with their first power play opportunity. Killed off 2 penalties. But this is their first chance at a man advantage. The puck won cleanly back to Stroud. Stroud across the Eisenstadt to the high circle to Christensen. Christensen puts the shot in to the crease, and Osborne is there to tap it home. And 8 seconds into their first power play of the night, BYU takes their first lead, 2-1 on their 21st shot. Christensen will tally his second point on the night as he puts that shot in and just directs it a little wide. Got held up there by the goalie and then left out in open space, and Osborne there right on the post, able to reach out and tap that in to give the Cougars their first lead here really of the weekend.
Good to see that power play fire so quickly too. A bit of struggle on the power play a little bit this season.
Osborne is an addition to that power play unit. The puck is there in the neutral zone. And now a little bit of an odd man situation was turned aside by Ethan Martinez. Jacob Eisenstein able to get it in to the BYU offensive zone, but flipped out by Loyola, and Ethan will carry it back and settle in behind the Cougar goal, cross to Christensen. Christensen turns the puck over there. Eisenstadt will chase it down along the left-hand boards. Defender pinches in and holds it across the blue line. And a high rising shot there.
Oh,
Some dangerous play there from the Cougars as the puck, Manzella was down, and they just kept guiding the Loyola player wider and wider of the net, and the puck just drifted past it. They turn it over again in the zone. Christensen cleans up that mess with a big check right there along the blue line and throws it in, allows BYU to get a change in. Thrown ahead where Eisenstadt will pick it up. Yeah, Eisenstadt, Martinez into Jacob Adams. Jake tips it ahead. Tied up there.
open net. Get
Open
it out
net,
to
open
him.
net, yeah. Loose, 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 loose. Finally, Nixon Barber corrals it and throws it on net. That's one of those where your eyes and your hands can't work in concert with each other because it never happens. There's no way to practice that situation.
No, it's like a little kid on Christmas morning goes down and sees all those packages on the tree. Way too much there.
Yeah, Adams did a good job chasing that puck down and then got tied up. Puck floated in near the crease a little loose, and just kind of an in-between play where the goalie came out to play it. Got tied up with the Cougar player coming on the backside. I believe it was Hayden Christensen. Rudder able to hold, send that into the middle. Osborne holds, sends it back across to Rudder. Clears a man off the puck, but the puck is cleared back out high to Osborne. Osborne cross ice to Udall. Udall will chip it ahead to Prime, who will clear it out and get it in deep. Cox will slow the play down there, and the puck is sent up high and out of the zone there by LMU. Osborne across to Rudder. Rudder across the red line and sends it in deep. BYU comes in on side. Udall chases it down. Up the boards. Sent back into the center of the ice. LMU throws it in deep. Osborne leaves it for Rudder and takes a hit down in behind the net. Flipped up high and out of the zone. Sent back into BYU. BYU at the blue line. Rudder sidesteps, crosses the red line and sends it in deep so that BYU can change in. Chase Christensen will apply a forecheck there. Forces a errant pass that's corralled, tipped around by two Cougars and a Loyola player. Barris will send it up the wall. Tipped forward by Christensen, but couldn't get it out. Kick save there for Manzella onto the stick of Eisenstadt. They able to control it, finally do settle it down, sent into the neutral zone, back into the Cougar defensive end. Cox will come off for Stroud. Stroud tips that in, will chase that into the corner. Round the back of the net, tries to get a shot deflected off a skate. Christensen will chase it in, carry it up high to the point. Christensen there in the high circle. Eisenstadt just wide of the net with a wrist shot there. Collected by Loyola, trying to get it out of the zone. Nearly turned over, but cleared out. Loyola will come in with three on four. Christensen able to get that out, send it up the wall and out, and I think that Alex Stroud is going to get a roughing, get an elbowing call.
Yeah, considering the two other shots that he took down on the ice over here where the guy held him back up, I think he hit his limit of frustration, and the referee didn't choose to call those.
It's hard when you've got him up there against the boards in the in the team sections where the boards are lower, to back off of those, and especially if you've had a couple of extracurricular shots taken at you. Alex is not a penalty abuser by any stretch of the imagination, but that was an easy one to see. If I can see it, and I've never looked for a penalty in my life, then it's fairly obvious. With 2 minutes for an elbowing, as Nixon Barber able to collect the face off there and get it up. Hayden Nelson chips it out in low, chases it down, and is pinned up there against the boards. 5 minutes and 15 seconds left to play here. BYU up 2-1. Cleared back out. Your power play, or sorry, your penalty kill unit here is Barber, Nelson, Rudder, and Osborne on the back end. The forwards will change out, and that puck is deflected away and carried in onside.
Offside on the Lions.
Christensen, Barris, Osborne, and Rudder now. And they'll get a neutral zone face-off here with just under 5 minutes left to play in the second period. Yeah, Alex with just his third penalty on the season.
Barris with his traditional ownership of the face-off dot,
Yeah.
yet again wins another face-off.
Clean win for Alex Barris. You know, when he used to face off against our kids in high school, we'd tell him to, play the secondary. Christensen and Barris carry that out with a 3-on-2 onside and send it towards the net, but deflected into the corner as we go under a minute here in the first, or in the penalty kill. Alex has always liked that, clear off the body and so that try to get the puck from the next guy. So we roll towards 30 seconds. 4 minutes left here in the second period. BYU with a 2-1 lead and just under 30 seconds left on this power play for Loyola on the elbowing call from number 9, Alex Stroud. Puck sort of loosely handled there in the high defensive zone. BYU will change out forwards with Barber and Hayden Nelson coming on. Lead pass there. It's sent back in low. BYU with Stroud coming on. Just can't quite get there, and that puck is sent in deep for an icing.
Icing on the Lions.
3:17 to play.
Good work by the Cougars on that penalty kill. I believe they're perfect tonight so far. Killed a couple of them tonight.
Yeah, this is the third penalty. Loyola 0 for 3 on the power play. Barris clean back to Martinez. Martinez into the skates of Loyola player. Sent in deep to Christensen with a back tap to Barris, who can't find the handle. Sent hard into the boards by Stroud. Back out. BYU have to come out, touch up. Sent to the blue line for Christensen. Christensen finds Barris through the high slot. He's got Stroud in front of the net, sends it through. And the Eisenstadt there with the tough angle shot, but squared up to it is Footlick, who is able to hold that one and freeze it for another face-off for the Cougars. .250 to play here as Udall, Smith, and I believe that's Cox will be out there. Cox, no, sorry, that's Prime. Hard into the boards and around. Touched up by Rudder. Rudder will try to flip it out into the stands. Couple of souvenirs volunteered by the Cougar hockey budget so far this evening. Udall come into the face-off circle. Puck still loose there in the circle and carried out, collected by Smith, but held in by Loyola. Loyola tries to send it out in front, nobody there. Prime able to clear the zone with it, collected at the red line by Loyola. Two Cougars collect each other. And now you got an odd man advantage for Loyola, and Manzella does a great job first save. Osborne stops the second shot there, and then that one deflected into the corner off the stick of Manzella. Good pad save there, another pad save there. This is more work than Jeremy's had for a few minutes as we go under 2 minutes here. And now looks like you're gonna get offsetting minors. A trip and an unsportsmanlike trip for Loyola and an unsportsmanlike for Chris Udall, with a minute 47 left here to play in the second period. Little offensive outburst there from Loyola trims the shot advantage for the Cougars to 23-19, and some sustained pressure as we go to 4-on-4 hockey with
get a chance to see if who's a little bit faster in this group. 4-on-4 groups.
I think BYU is just happy to not see the speed merchants from Mary University out there tonight. Lots of big, fast bodies out last night. As that puck gets out of the zone, so that'll be a neutral zone face-off.
LMU penalty number 26.
BYU with Martinez, Eisenstadt, Barris, and Stroud. Eisenstadt carry that deeper into the zone, get it across to Martinez. Attempt to get it across by Martinez, but it's intercepted by Loyola. Eisenstadt will get it up high to Stroud. Stroud along the boards, send it ahead to Alex Barris. Alex Barris will carry it in the corner, throws it in deep, around behind the net.
This is 5-on-5 hockey, or 4-on-4 hockey, guys. I'd like to see them step up and play pressure.
Christensen and Barber coming on for Stroud and Barris. So a Loyola player is left there in the center of the ice. Barber to Martinez. Martinez tips it to Christensen, who gets a wrist shot and blockered up into the netting as we're at 55 seconds left here in the second period. Rudder will come on for Martinez. And, for a minute of 4-on-4 hockey is fairly disjointed. You usually see, once you clear up this much ice, you see a lot of end-to-end stuff, but as has been most of the game, just a little bit sloppy with the puck possession from both teams, as that puck is gloved down out the blue line and sent in onside, taken away by Christensen. Christensen to Barber. Barber carry it in, holds the play up, send in low to Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt finds Barris. Barris can hold it in but couldn't get a shot. Sent back in deep to Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt to Rudder, and Rudder, just lifts it a little too much. So we're 15 seconds left to play here. Eisenstadt holds it in my humble opinion, held it in along the line, playing a little bit of catch with it on the edge of his stick, but the official said that he carried it out of the zone, so he'll call an offside.
You got an LMU player going over there and telling him, "Hey, I think it was in."
Yeah. I think when you tip the puck and then carry it and deflect it back down off your own stick, every hockey player will tell you that you kept that in, even if you didn't. It's a quality play there. Sent in deep, off the boards, and settled in on the neutral zone, sent back in deep as we are going to finish off the second period. BYU will go into the locker room. This period started 0-0. 12 seconds in, Loyola was able to crack the seal on the net, go ahead 1-0, and BYU able to rally back, even up on a Chase Christensen shorthanded goal, and then take the lead on a Chase Christensen assisted goal to Osborne, and BYU will head into the locker room come out with third period action. Third period will start 4-on-4 with 13 seconds left on the penalties to number 26 from LMU, and then Chris Udall for the Cougars. And when we come back, we'll have third period action here from the Peaks. Bravo.
Stop your feet and make some noise! Stop your feet and make it rumble in here!
All right, welcome back. Third period action is about to start here from the Provo Peaks Arena. BYU taking a 2-1 lead here into the third period. And if you're looking out there and thinking there's not enough people, you are correct. 4-on-4 hockey here as we've got a pair of offsetting penalties carrying over into the third period. BYU controls the puck, and both teams will go to even strength here. Puck is sent down along the boards, and Alex Barris is there to bang it loose. BYU unable to get a shot as Christensen controls it down there. Sorry, that's Barris into the referee's skates. Steers it back towards the net, sent up to the high area of the zone and out, and carried in off sides by Loyola.
Offside.
That play that we just watched down in the zone, Barris was working over that far side. I'm looking back on the offside to see who's moving. Everybody's kind of stationary still, so he's not getting a lot of traffic because the Loyola team can just sit there and hold almost a zone coverage if the guys aren't moving.
You don't move yet. Face-off won by Loyola. Carried in and sent deep. Played by Manziel up along the half wall. Checked off the puck there by Eisenstadt. Picked up by Barber and sent around the boards.
That particular referee's had a problem keeping pucks out of his skates tonight.
Icing waved off there as the puck is flipped up against the boards. Collected by Eisenstadt, who gets it in the center of the ice to Barber, who chops it into the zone. Sent up against the wall. Eisenstadt clears him off the puck. Gets it down low. Unable to get it in front of the net there. The Loyola player waiting for it, but couldn't finish it up the boards to Nelson. Nelson will send it back to Eisenstadt as Cougars cycle around. Eisenstadt will carry it up. Gets it in around the defender. It goes high blocker side to the net. Good save there by the goalie. That one deflected into the corner by the defenseman. And Loyola will come in, and puck is shot up high and covered up by Manziel. Now so Alex Stroud's mother, Stacy, and his sister Anastasia are here from Virginia. And she came to me during the intermission and let me know that a good old high school friend is watching the broadcast tonight. Old high school friend, much older than I am, but just a shout out to Randy Stroud as that puck goes a little wide there. BYU able to get it to the boards. Prime gives it to Rudder. Rudder chips it up into the zone and chases it down below the red line. Fired back out high. Udall take a big slap shot that's deflected into the half wall and brought out by Loyola. Sam able to kick that one down as the puck goes into the zone there. Icing is waved off and the puck is sent around the boards back to Loyola. Udall is going to pick up a penalty here.
The Udall.
Yeah, and once again there were choices. Called an elbow, could have been a cross check. If he'd have connected, it would have definitely been a boarding. But Chris will come off, and BYU finds themselves on their fourth penalty kill here for the night. So far, 4 for 4 on kills as Stroud, Barris, Osborne, and Eisenstadt will come out.
Let's hope a shorty out here.
Good stick there by Alex Stroud, who gets out in front of the defender, looks to get, and does. Glove side high. Second shorthanded goal on the evening for BYU as Alex Stroud makes that play from start to finish. Tips the passes intended to go across the blue line from D-man to D-man. Alex tipped that out and then dropped the plow, got out in front of everybody, and then went to his forehand, got it up over the goalie's glove and into the corner. And BYU will take a 3-1 lead 8 seconds into the penalty kill.
Let's just say I called it, all right?
BYU goal! Scored shorthanded by number 9.
BYU back on the defensive side as puck gets low and is brought up.
Yeah, that just was one more evidence of where the right kind of an aggressive penalty kill can lead to some positive results. He owned that the whole way through, though. Oh, here's another
Here
one.
goes Chase Christensen looking for his second shorthanded goal. Ooh, and nearly gets it into the secondary effort there as the puck was dropped down there near the net mouth, and then Chase was unable to finish it off with the second shot there. Loyola will come in on side, but puck is picked up there by Eisenstadt, dropped off to Martinez. Martinez will fire it down. Played there by the goalie at a team meeting down behind the net as Barber will supervise, make sure that no one does anything crazy. Brought out of the zone, carried in on side. Puck shot down off the boards, ricocheted around and sent back up high to the point by the Cougars. Regained by Loyola. Loyola behind the net, back behind the net again. Cycling around to the front. Good interception there by Adams to cut off a potential shot. Back up to the point. Point down to the face-off circle. Heck is there. Over into the far side face-off circle, sent low.
Just watching Loyola's power play, comparatively speaking to the power play that we had last night. Watching Mary's power play, very stagnant, not a lot of movement on their power play.
BYU gets it down and deep, and Loyola tries to carry it back out. Randy, that wasn't very nice. Shot taken and covered up by Manzella. As my old friend from high school is texting Alex Stroud's mom, and you know, there is still an honor code, Randy.
Alex, you're none of you are as old as I am.
Randy might be.
A shout out to the old days of music at the Ice Arena.
Yeah, I don't think that there's a monkey anywhere grinding an organ, but as Prime gets the puck, chips it up ahead to Cox. Cox will chase it into the zone. Loses a skate down there in the corner. BYU able to stall the puck there at the blue line.
As the fans give Coach Eisenstadt a cheer for catching that puck on the bench.
Five minutes and 52 seconds gone here in the third period as Barber's thrown out of the face-off circle. Adams will step in and even out that draw onto the stick of Manzella, who will drop it back for Rudder. You know, BYU is very fortunate. There has been very stationary play from the Cougars so far in this period. Unfortunately, they've been able to pick up a quick shorthanded goal, but as that puck was turned over behind the net the last time, there were 4 Cougars standing there watching. Ooh. I taught him that one too.
Lots of lost edges tonight.
Yeah.
I'm surprised at how many are there.
Nixon going hard into the boards on the surgically repaired shoulder. Hopefully.
Icing on the Lions.
As the parent in me watches him crawl very gingerly over the board. Hopefully he's okay. But like you said, Brett, a lot of blown tires going into the turns tonight as Martinez's shot is deflected, gathered up by Stroud, off the skate of the Loyola defender, and then chipped out of the zone. Thought that came off the bench there, but I guess not. Into the zone for Barris. Barris will hold. Tries to go across the blue line, but is deflected and carried out by Loyola. Turned aside by Eisenstadt, sent in deep by Barris. Barris loses it there where it's sent up the boards. Eisenstadt clears man off the puck, and Christensen will send that one back in deep. Loyola looking for some traffic across the neutral zone and unable to get it.
Lots of ping pong hockey now.
Well, I think at a certain point, you've seen enough people risk their lives going into the corners alone, so maybe you just play it in the neutral zone for a while. Puck in. Sent across the blue line.
Looks like we're going to pick up a penalty. Looks like we're going to pick up
second
two penalties.
Good adjustment there by Manzella as that puck took a really strange path towards the net. He had to reach out away from his body with the glove to glove that one down. We had a penalty behind the play and a penalty even with the play. So we got a hook. I believe the hook on Rudder and the elbow on Smith. And just that fast, BYU finds themselves in a 5-on-3 situation, and Loyola will use their timeout to talk things over and make sure that they can do the most with this 2-minute opportunity for their team. This is a big moment for Loyola as they're down 2 goals and going to have a 5-on-3 here starting in the Cougar defensive zone. And BYU has done a very good job so far this evening on the penalty kill.
Interesting, both referees had separate calls. I'm not sure about the one back over here. Definitely, I thought the one going in, I think that one merited a call.
Yeah, I didn't see the call behind the play either, but what they called a hook there, and I don't know if not sure if it's, you hear this. So they're trying to get some clarification as to which penalty's on who.
BYU penalty number 3, Sam Rudder, 2 minutes for elbowing.
Rudder.
BYU penalty number 2, Ben Smith, 2 minutes for hooking.
Rudder with the elbow, Smith with the hook. So I'm thinking as they were trying to break out there in the defensive end, Smith got his stick into somebody and impeded his progress. As Alex Stroud, good job tying up the face-off. Kill off a little bit of time. Behind, and shot taken there. And I think BYU played that set very well, clearing people out, making them take space up, and leaving a very clear lane for the goalie. As Barris will come in. Face-off comes up high to the point. Low.
High pressure there.
Chipped into the corner and then chipped up onto the netting 20 minutes gone here in this 5-on-3. Stroud will come back out, playing a little bit of face-off tag here with Alex Barris. Puck chipped up high to the blue line, back and forth from the defenseman. Stroud up high. Trying to tighten it up, and to put it on the stick. Eisenstadt will throw it down deep, and Footlick will stop that, keep it from careening around too violently down in that end, killing off more time. Cougars will retreat back into the defensive zone as LMU will bring it in. Big shot there from the defenseman. That's bodied aside by Manzella into the corner. Puck goes to the high slot, turned over where Alex Barris will have a one-on-one opportunity there. He's able to hold the puck, get it deep, and Eisenstadt will wisely chip it down into the far end of the zone, allow Barris to come off. Barber, Eisenstadt, and Heck out on the penalty kill. 30 seconds left in this 5-on-3, an even 5-on-3 as penalties called simultaneously. Dancing around at the top of the face-off circles, chipped back and then thrown in on Manzella. Manzella off the chest pad and into the glove. With 16 seconds left, BYU will reload. Osborne, Heck, and Stroud. A couple of good shot opportunities here for LMU on this power play. Puck one back cleanly across D to D, in low, good tip on net, but it goes wide and comes out near the high slot and chipped out by Stroud, and BYU will go to even strength as Rudder and Smith will come off out of the penalty box, face another shot there where Manzella gets rid of that one, and now Heck is going to take a penalty. Not sure what our good friend Mr. Poole is going to call here, but a cross check or a roughing, I think. Roughing it is. I'm going to defer to our resident refereeing expert, Brent Ring. And watching that play, the puck was there at his feet, and I did not see, I didn't see a penalty, but
this particular group of officials has somewhat befuddled
BYU penalty to number 15, Chris Heck, 2
me tonight.
This is a Texas Kids Dental Care penalty kill.
Puck gets sent back in low as BYU quickly back on a man disadvantage, trying to kill penalties. Chase Christensen is trying to fight that one out of the zone, and then there Ethan Martinez is able to get it out. Turned over there at the blue line, and Barber's able to throw that in deep, and he will trade out as Adams and Chris Udall will come over the wall. 5-on-4 here for another minute and 18 seconds. LMU coming in. Shot wide there. Down low to Ethan Martinez will send it up the boards and out. Footlick will come out above the faceoff circle to play that, send it in. Back along the blue line. Good tip pass there, but unfortunately for LMU, he leaves the puck behind him. Barris blows a tire in the corner. High riser goes over the head and over the net. So we're at 50 seconds left. Puck gets down to the red line. Red line back up to the blue line. Cross defenseman to defenseman. Top of the face-off circle sent in low. Below the red line, back up to the D. Slap shot paddled aside there by Manzella. cycle the puck back down low.
Very static power play.
Not moving a lot for LMU, allowing BYU to let space be their friend. If you don't change the space, as this time the puck is unable to get into the zone, Barber will carry that in on side, get a shot on net, kicked aside by Footlick. Christensen will carry it.
Oh, big slash over the back.
Slash over the back, along with the the cross check, high stick. There was a tremendous opportunity to exercise some pages in the rule book there, but all of it goes uncalled as Osborne's ridden off into the corner. Barber tied up. Osborne gets the puck, but it's sent back into the BYU zone. Rudder will shield the puck in against the wall. Down in the corner, Osborne in to help. Puck gets sent down low along the wall. Barber will carry it out and get it up out of the zone onto the stick of a LMU defender, which will allow BYU to change in. LMU carries it in down deep, back up to the blue line. Sent across the high crease, no one was home, comes back up to the blue line where it's settled down and chipped out by BYU at the feet of Stroud, but back picked up by Christensen. Christensen takes it down in deep, looking for BYU players. Barris tipped that puck away. Stroud was on the far side of the net, but never got to him as shot from distance there by the LMU forward, and it's right into the chest of Jeremy Manzella, making his 27th save on the evening. Shots right now is 6:32 left to play here in the third period. 26 for your Cougars and 28 for LMU.
Great work there by Eisenstadt. Nifty move too.
Eisenstadt gets it ahead to Cox. Cox settles it in and throws it in deep. West Prime will go in and chase it in behind the net. Cox picks it back up, fighting there along the boards. Sent up and out. Carried in on side. Shot will come off and into the leg pads of Jeremy. And sent in wide of the net, down below the red line. Fighting there for it. Martinez will take it away, send it up to Cox. Cox has the puck taken from him on the blue line, but then Martinez is able to clean that up and send it back down. Icing waved off. Puck sent in high across the boards. Eisenstadt chips it back in low into the zone. Cougars rushing in.
Luke's puck.
Chipped, and then
Check
comes out
from behind.
loose.
There we go.
And then puck finally touched up by LMU, and cross check there to the back of West Prime. And you know, something we talked about a little bit last night, you know, BYU is very often dragged into retaliatory penalties, and Wes almost took the bait there, as you know, arms in the air, and you gotta count on the ref to do their part.
It looks like he did a little bit of wise thing there and just backed off. Give the Cougars a chance. They've been 1-for-1 on their penalty kill or power plays tonight. Let's see if they can add another.
5:28 to play. Cougars with a man advantage for the next 2 minutes. Puck is turned over and sent in. LMU carries it up, sent back across to Martinez. Martinez gets it across to Barris. Will carry it in deep, send it around the boards low. Picked up there by Christensen. Christensen with Martinez. Martinez up high to Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt across to Stroud. Stroud on the face-off dot on the far side. Send it up to Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt gets to Martinez and walk it in. Shot taken and gloved down there by Footlick.
That shot needs to go, if you're thinking that from the Loyola's goaltender's perspective, that shot needs to go to his outside left pad. Cougar sitting on that far side is going to pick up that rebound, but if you put it up high in his breadbasket, he's going to be able to gobble that up every time.
You have to at least make the goaltender move from there when you get it right into his chest pad.
Yep.
Ooh,
just
Martinez,
like that. Perfect.
Yeah. Martinez with a one-timer and came off a little crooked off the goal stick, but nearly tipped in there by Barris will come in and try to stuff that in the near side up to Martinez. Martinez will send it up high to Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt back to Martinez, who has a wide open cage.
That'll work.
Reversing that puck back around. And Martinez, Ethan Martinez with the one-timer. And you lull the LMU defense into a pattern where you cycle around, and a great job there by Jacob Eisenstadt to just tap that right back where it came from and puts it right in the wheelhouse of Ethan Martinez, who buries it for the Cougars' 4th goal on the night. 4-1, Cougars ahead, regaining the shot advantage as well, 31-29. With 4 minutes and 25 seconds left to play here in the 3rd period. Puck gets out to Smith. Smith to Nelson. Nelson throws it, deflected off a LMU shin, and then sent across the net mouth. Barber will corral. Turn back in. Gets it over to Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt looking, holding it up at the blue line. Sends it down, deflected, and held down into the neutral area. Smith will carry up, leaves for Martinez. Martinez with a wrist shot into an LMU defender in front of the net. Out of BYU danger into BYU danger as Martinez chase that down. Barber will flip that in onto the LMU netminder. Allow the Cougars to change up with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left here to play. Sorry, that was Adams. Adams with the play there on the last cycle. Adams 25.
Icing took a fortuitous bounce for the Cougars. There's a game rack around the net. That LMU player was hard pushing to get to that puck, and it just bounced right around the net, right out of his wheelhouse.
Puck. At times through this neutral zone, the puck has looked like it's similarly charged magnets, where it just refuses to settle on anybody's stick. As it gets in deep, Rudder overskates it, sends it back down around for Heck. Heck will have it, gets it to Smith. Smith will tap it out to Barris. Barris will bring it in, rush towards the net, off the leg pad and out, down. Cross ice, chipped away by Eisenstadt. Picked up and retained there by LMU. Will send it down low. Around the boards. The blue line. One-timer blocked by Chase Christensen, who outraces the puck. Turned back around. LMU coming on side, send it in deep as we are at 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to play. Christensen along the near wall. Deflected puck, trying to get it to Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt in the defensive zone, still back pass to Heck. Heck gets it to Stroud. Stroud leaves it for Barris. Barris will cross in and dump it. Played there by the LMU goalie. Minute 40 left to play here as the puck is chipped in deep. Eisenstadt. Not a lot of, for the game where it is, not a lot of additional pressure being put on when they get that puck in deep. They're kind of not chasing, they're just dumping it and leaving it as that puck's covered up there by Footling.
No, as I watch the LMU team, I kind of look like got a sense of resignation at this point. They're not going to skate hard.
Yeah, they've had a couple of opportunities where they've been able to dump the puck in deep and had the opportunity for numbers to go in and just have held off at the blue line, and puck gets up high to Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt shot deflected. Goes down in the corner where Cox will send it back up around to Eisenstadt. Eisenstadt at the blue line. Tap dances around a couple and gets in, fires a shot that's kicked aside. On the near boards, Cox and Smith there with West Prime, fighting for the puck at the 1 minute mark. Puck's still loose. It will come up and controlled by LMU as they bring it out of the zone. And then good stick check there from Jacob Eisenstadt as he's able to slow the progress of the LMU player. backhanded shot from the face-off dot. I'm pretty sure if you flip someone's stick out of their hand, that's called a penalty.
It certainly can be.
It's a penalty I've had called on me a number of times. I've also thrown my stick in an attempt to get that penalty called on other people. Barris gets it across to Rudder as we're at 34 seconds left to play. BYU coming up with a 3-on-2 advantage. Christensen's shot goes wide. Osborne holds in. Rudder send it up to Stroud. It's going to make it back out to Barris at 17 seconds. Offside. BYU has to touch up. LMU. Pass from side to side. And a stick into the audience now. That's a new one.
That'll be Alex Barris' stick.
Alex will probably say there's goals left in that one. He's going to want that one back. So, final whistle blows. BYU rebounds from a tough loss last night and puts together 60 full minutes of hockey. Comes into the third period with a 2-1 lead and finds their way to the end of the game with a 4-1 victory. 33-30 shot advantage. Penalty advantage comes to BYU, and a sloppy but needed victory for BYU as they, you'll take the wins the way they come, and coming off of last night, they needed a really positive night tonight, and they've got one.
Special teams certainly made a difference tonight. A couple of good shorthanded goals, opportunistic runs, great defensive play on the part of Alex Stroud in particular to set himself up for one of those shorthanded goals.
Coming out against a very game LMU team that really was stride for stride with the Cougars through the first two periods, and then that third goal for the Cougars really put them on their heels just a little bit, where they had to press a little more. You saw them come out of their offensive and defensive formations trying to create something a little more than they had in the past, and BYU was able to capitalize again on the shorthanded goals and put together a solid 60 minutes and give them an opportunity to still come out of this weekend tournament with a winning record after a loss last night. They'll play tomorrow night here at the Peaks at 7 o'clock against Northern Arizona. Our friends from Flagstaff will be here in town tomorrow, 7 o'clock from the Peaks, and you can watch all of it here on YouTube. Watch your Cougars hockey all season. For Brent Ring, thank you very much for helping me balance out my insanity with an extra voice to hear occasionally. And Jeffrey Barber saying goodnight to you for the Peaks Arena as BYU will win 4-1. We'll see you tomorrow night for Northern Arizona.